the show this morning. Think artists, think a lifetime, think forever. Now, Royal Family Portraits artist commissioned to do a piece on Nelson Mandela is here with us this morning. And I must say, this portrait is a highlight at the We Love Mandela Art Exhibition. And it's something that's so dear to our heart that we can't help but express it here on our Feel Good Breakfast show. We're chatting to Richard Stone about his career as a portrait artist, also getting closer to the royals, and also what it's been like in his journey as an artist to have all these amazing people in his chair, including our late Tata Madiba. So joining us this morning on the show, Richard Stone, Royal Portrait Artist, and then also Anton Wells from, he's the director of Stephen Wells & Co. Head collectors, items, photographies and paintings. Wow, what a title. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm delighted to have both of you here. Anton, you who's the collector, and then Richard, you as the artist. In your life, you've also done royal portraits. Now, I'm told that you've had 6 to 8 sittings with a royal family. How does one get commissioned to do this? How does it happen?
Well, actually, just to correct you just slightly, it's 6 to 8 sittings with each member of the royal family for each portrait. So over the years, and I've been painting the royal family now for 4 decades, I mean, it amounts to dozens, if not several hundred hours with them. But it's necessary to have a time with anyone who's sitting for a portrait, because it's a matter of getting to know them. And of course, it's a huge privilege when it just happens to be the Queen of England.
I can ask you 200,000 questions when it comes to the royals, and it's an honor to have you here, knowing that you've been so close, that you've done amazing work over the years. How did you become an artist? I mean, how do you decide this is what I want to do and follow as a career?
Oh, fate had a hand in that. when I was 4, I had a rather serious accident, which resulted in me being totally deaf for the early years of my life.
Right.
Well, of course, being sent to school, I was unteachable because I couldn't hear. But what does a frustrated teacher do but to give me pieces of paper, crayons, paints, and I began to draw and paint. Not just to fill the day, but I was interested in observing the world around me and, of course, my classmates. That's really where the germ of my interest in portraiture came from.
One looks at your work and you would want to imagine that it just comes naturally, but as an artist, someone who works, you get commissioned to do stuff. What was some of the most memorable things that you've been commissioned to do?
Well, the first one came about as a result of a phone call. I've always been terribly ambitious, and I've actually always wanted to paint members of the British royal family. So at the age of 22, I telephoned the Queen's mother and asked if she would sit for a portrait. But to cut a very long story short, she did say yes. An official commission did come through. I became the youngest royal portrait painter in British history for 200 years.
Wow.
And Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, which is her full title, took me under her wing and introduced me to her friends and her family, and was the best agent I'd ever had. We must commission lots of work from Mr. Stone, otherwise he'll starve. Oh,
wow, I love that. Well, it's an honor to have you here. Is there anyone in your lifetime, I mean, having done the royals, that you would have wanted in your chair?
The magic name, of course, was Mr. Nelson Mandela. And to have had that call one weekend from his office asking if I paint his portrait, this was January 2008, a dream come true.
I think it makes you not just successful, it's also an honor to have you here and to know that you've been so close to people that we will never have in our lifetime have met. Anton, we want to know about the exhibition. I mean, every piece is valuable next to the other. How do you know which one is more valuable than the next?
It's not that difficult. I think the work by the better-known artists is the work that's going to be of greater value. So a photograph of Nelson Mandela by Jürgen Schaderberg, for argument's sake, is of great value, and it's aided now by the fact that Schaderberg's about to be awarded the ICP Lifetime Achievement Award. It's the equivalent of the Oscars in photography at the end of April, which is pretty good for a man who came out here in the early 50s and started taking photographs as a journalist. So that adds value. It's the artist, the credibility, and the quality of the work. So the better the artist, the better the quality.
Now, We Love Mandela Art Exhibition. Tell me more about the actual auction and the exhibition.
Okay. The exhibition was something that was put together by Alan Demby, the chairman of the SA Gold Coin Exchange and our company, and curated by Natalie Knight, and it was opened at South Africa House in London in October this year. We have great plans to take it to New York later on if all goes well. But right now it's in Cape Town in the waterfront in the Clock Tower. And part of the exhibition was the print of the portrait that Richard did. And we're very fortunate to have the study of the portrait with us, which is going to go on auction on Tuesday evening.
Okay.
And we're expecting it to do rather well.
Wow. I mean, I look at everything that's here, from the statues on the table to some of the work that you have. And I see that you're holding a book as well on the table. What do you predict from the auction?
I would hope that the Mandela portrait should do well over 100,000 Rand.
Right.
I would hope that that photograph of Nelson Mandela done by Charterberg and signed by Mandela should do 70,000 plus. We're expecting some fireworks on Tuesday evening.
I like that. We're expecting some fireworks on Tuesday. Tell us about a bit the pieces. I mean, you've explained some of the pieces that are here already. It's an honor to have one of the artists here in the room as well. Take me through some of the other work that's available.
It's an interesting sale because it's almost in two parts. On the Wednesday evening, we have a fantastic collection of tribal art, one man's collection of Southern African tribal art, and on the Tuesday evening, it's fine art, paintings, sculpture, a couple of pieces of furniture, some jewelry. It's just a generally an all-round good auction. And what we've done for this sale is we brought a chap called Charlie Ross out from London. He might be known to some viewers from the Antique Roadshow. He's going to be doing the sale. So it's going to be it's really going to be an interesting and fun sale.
Wow, well, it sounds amazing. I can't believe this. In our studio this morning, we've got Richard Stone, a royal portrait artist, and also Anton Wells. You just heard it. It's going to be an amazing night with fireworks, director of Stephen Wells & Co. Thank you so much for joining us. I have one more question, Richard. Could the Queen Mother sit still when you were doing her portrait?
Oh, I didn't want her to sit still. I wanted her to tell me stories.
He wanted her to tell stories. Oh, I could speak to you for hours. It's something that definitely intrigues me. Wow, thank you so much for coming. All the best for Tuesday. And yeah, I hope that you get what you have aimed to do. Well, this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Nothing gets more feel good than this, talking about Tata Madiba and amazing stuff that's happening. We'll be back after this break.